when your thinking changes, your action changes. When your action changes, you change. And when you change, the world changes. What is with reading books is that it's changing my life every day. The way I see life, the way I see myself, the kind of views I had about my life has completely changed. The kind of energy I have nowadays, the approach towards the life situations, the daily life situations, everything starts to get impacted. I just plan to read books, make it a habit, read one book a month or maybe two books a month. That was just a goal. But while I was reading, the first month I read two, the second month I again read two, the third month, as you know, things got worse. Coronavirus got spread in the entire world. And yeah, there was a sense of fear and everything just kind of halted. I was not doing anything much serious, something productive to my life. So it took me at least 1.5 months to understand that, I need to, wake up and do something about myself. For the month of May, I decided to read books again with full seriousness. The goal was same, to read at least 2 books a month. In this process of reading, I completed 13 books for the month of May. It may not be a huge thing for you, but it is definitely a huge thing for me, because look at the frequency that I had before. I was reading 2 books a month. So month of May completely changed my perspective towards book. I started reading a lot of books, but when I started, I completed the first book in one day. That book was really amazing, really inspiring. What was inspiring with that book was that it was written by a middle class girl who was doing a job, but her dream was to travel the world. Like every other person in India who has a lot of restrictions, who has kind of fear, especially the girls as well, and also the boys as well. There are a lot of boys, and I was among them. The ones who are introvert, the ones who fear every step of their life. How she chose traveling over everything else. Her job, the restrictions over her own fears. So that book really changed my perspective life, because there were a lot of fears in myself, and which I myself have created. That's the same thing with you. If you're not able to do something, and if you believe that you can't do some specific thing, it's just because you have created your own story in your brain that you can't do it, you're not able enough. That's because of your fear, that's because of your doubts you have created about yourself. And I think that's something about books, that it challenges your beliefs. It just challenges the beliefs, the kind of thinking you have based upon your past. It challenges that, it questions that. And when you question that, it breaks them. And when it breaks them, every limitation you have created in your brain is invisible. That just don't exist anymore then. You see the world through different eyes now. You are aware about the possibilities of the world, which you yourself even didn't expected or even thought of. Still, I am very new to books, but I am so fascinated, I am so excited, I feel so energized, I feel so impacted by books in just reading of 5 months or maybe less than that. So I want everyone to experience what it is to be a book reader, and essentially I'm talking about the non-fiction ones, because it's about personal development, it's about yourself, it contributes to your life, and when you read those things, you should try to apply in your life. And if you're not applying those things, I think it's waste reading. And when you try to apply in your life start changing. That's what is happening in my life as well. Every moment is changing. Change is in here. Everything is in your brain. And if your brain starts working, if your brain starts questioning what you're doing, what you're thinking, everything, whatever you want to do, everything what you do, everything, your approach, your attitude towards the life, towards something, towards your goals, everything depends on the way your brain approach to it. And what affects your brain is the knowledge, is the feed you intake. That feed can be anything. That's why we prefer books. Nowadays we are, letting anything to get in our brain. Social media, yeah, there are good things as well in that, but 24/7 we are feeding ourselves the information which is not useful for us, which is just entertainment and which is just garbage for our brain. You know that that's not contributing to yourself in long run. When we try to think about long term goals or long term things, then we start to realize what wrong we are doing. Only then we realize. Start looking, start thinking about the long run things. Short run things are very attractive, but they are not useful. So, reading books is transforming my life every day. I don't think so. I will ever be able to, remove this habit of reading from myself, because the kind of impact it had on me. It has been my guide, it has been my role model, it has given me those advices which I always required whenever I have felt that I need to know more, I need the guidance, I need someone who guides me, I need a mentor. Then I have gone to books and they have never disappointed me, to be honest. When your thinking changes, your action changes. When your action changes, you change, and when you change, the world changes. So it all starts with here, and I think reading books is something which is contributing to this part of your body that's called brain, which we don't usually utilize it completely. If we can utilize it at its best, you can't even imagine what you can achieve. Work on it. Do different things. Read books. Feed good things in your brain. Feed good videos while you're watching videos. Watch good videos also. I'm not saying don't watch entertainment videos, but do watch good videos as well. Something which really is helpful for your life, or something which solves your own problems. Isn't that good for you? That's gonna be good for you, obviously. So that's it. That was my experience. I will want everyone to at least experience from your side. At least try one book, try two books, try for a month, and then see how you are feeling, what you are learning, and whatever you read, try to apply in your life. That's it, man. Goodbye.